morning, good afternoon, good evening, race fans, sim fans, RC fans, Racing 393. So my next sim racing exploit, I'm going to go on to again Assetto Corsa and another mod recently released. This one could be a little bit controversial. We'll start off with the picture you see before you is it's a hypercar as manufactured by Alpine, the A480. And it's a prototype for the endurance racing, World Endurance Championship, but it doesn't replace, but it works alongside, from my understanding, is LMP2. And it was obviously built to meet the technical regulations for the non-hybrid LMP1 category. This car is looking at this here. It's a dual overhead cam, 4.5 litres, so quite chunky. A V8, so it's a 90 degree. So like that. V8, hence the name. It's basically, it's a new thing, and it was released this year, according to the notes here, and the top category needed changing according to the FIA and to the ACO who run this particular class. I'm not a huge fan of hypercars. It doesn't tick my boxes. However, the controversial thing is this. As you can see there, it's made by Renault, effectively Alpine. It's got all these liveries on it. Elf. Because it's got all the logos on here. It's got Renault on there, as you can see. And I'm just going to move my screen so I can see some other bits and pieces. Yeah, I mean it's not a bad looking car. I mean you either like these or you don't. There's I'm torn. They're actually great fun to drive in a sim. They're very rewarding if they're modelled correctly and the tyre modelling's correct. Now, where I am going to come on to the controversial part is, let me just I'm just going to change my screen for you to compare the difference a second. So that picture there, as you can see, is the real car. And I'm about to show you the modelling of this car in a sim, and then I'll go over to the controversial part. So bear with. So here is the sim racing version of that car. I can move this car around a little bit. So if you compare the two, I haven't actually worked out how to put two side by side. So, but yeah, from first glance, it looks quite impressive. I think, it's all there. It has the logos on it. There's a couple omitted from it. As you can see, it did have Alpine up here and Alphas here. And as you can see, the developers of this car, this is where the controversial bit comes in. Only because, from what I've heard recently, I had no involvement in this at all. But Sim Dream Developments. There's a lot of stuff flying around. I don't know the ins and outs. Again, I'm not about to sort of say what I think there, because I don't know. I don't really care, if I'm honest. But I am aware of all the stuff that was saying about this particular development company. It's up to you whether you look into that or not. I'm just here to review and look and compare the latest hypercar from them. Now, it's, as you can see, it looks really official. However, it's missing the vital licensing details, i.e. Elf, Renault, Alpine. I say Alpine, it's probably pronounced Alpine. I used to know it as Alpine, but either or. So, overall, let's look at this from an objective point of view. It's a very detailed and very scale looking car. Look at this. It's sort of like the LMP, the Premier class in World Endurance Championship, so Le Mans and all those kind of things. It's supposed to be a bit freer, where I think LMP 1 and 2 had restrictions on them about what you could use, but these are kind of more unrestricted for teams, where the others, I think LMP 1 must have been, it's the premier sort of top tier in endurance racing, and LMP 2 used to be, or is, kind of like privateer, isn't it? I think not non-team, or teams can do them, but supposedly a man in the, not metaphorically speaking, but a man in the street could get a team together and go and do some endurance racing. But the whole point of this is this car was released this year by the FIA, and I'm not sure whether it competed. I didn't watch any endurance racing this year, but I don't actually mind these cars, if I'm honest with you. You can see here the modelling is quite good. I'm pretty sure that the shading here is down to my lighting on the setting I've got on my PC under this viewer. I don't think it looks, I mean, it's got a great diffuser looking on the back there. The shading looks a bit weird, but I think that's more my lighting, because the body looks okay, the body shell. But it's a nice looking car. I mean, it's got some of the right decals on. You can see decals. I keep saying decals and decals. Alpine and Alpine. Who knows? But yeah, so this cost. Zoom in a bit there as well. This cost €3.99. It's about just over £3, £3 in the UK. And we're going to take this for a spin in Assetto Corsa around a track that this May race. So I'm going to go around. I think it's. I'll never get these two right in my head. I think. Is it Road America or Road Atlanta? I think. I am actually thinking. Road America, I believe. So we're going to take it round for a quick spin, and I'll give you some feedback on the simulation side of it and what I think. And it's up to you whether you want to spend your money and buy this. It's released as a full release. It's not in beta. I suppose it could get updates, but yeah. So this has just come out. If you fancy giving it a look, I'll put a link in the description. It's totally up to you whether you want to go and have a look at it. Anyway, so here we are in the pits at Road America. We're going to take it round for a lap, sort of an out lap, and then we'll do like a one-off fast lap, I suppose, and then a bit of replay at the end. So we're sat in the car. Looks good. I was going to reset my view. So always changes. There we go. So everything looks kind of where it is. Right. Let's take a nice easy out lap.
Into exit's clear, don't cross the white line.
So immediately, when you first drive it, it feels very much part of the racetrack. Stiff on the suspension. It's stock versions. I've not done any adjustments. Let's see what the braking's like. Yeah, good. Good turn in. Good sound of the engine. Right through the headphones. It's got lots of traction. You can feel that as you go into the corners a bit quicker. Loads of traction on the way out, like there. That felt really good through the wheel as it was loading it up. And the back end here, I think it's called Kettle's Bottom or something, I don't know. Yeah, Kettle Bottoms. Yeah, I like that. It sounds good. It feels good. You can push the car. Right there, it was understeering a little bit. Right, got some heat in the tyre apart from the outside, inside front. Let's give it a lap, see how we get on. I think I did a 203.1 or something, sort of low, a very low 203. A little bit of a understeer, mid corner there. Wide on that one. I felt that as I turned in. Get a downhill braking. Slight lock of the front wheel, which I could feel nicely through the steering wheel then. Nicely over the curbs, nice and flat. That was good. Can really feel the car load up there. A little bit tentative on an initial turn in from high speed, like it would. Maybe it's, you know, overdriving the car a little bit there. A double apex corner. I think I went a little bit wide there myself. But you can really feel the car stuck to the track. So I locked it up going in then, and it was wiggling on the way out. Absolutely Harry flatters on that one. Ooh. You can just go over that limit, lovely. It's so much fun. We'll give it another go, eh? I can't stop driving it now.
That was 205, 0.83, sector 3 time is fast.
So it's 205, off my fastest. That initial turn in, I think that's more me than the car, if I'm honest. But you can lay on the power on the way out or around the corner. That's a good sign. which means you can get up to the limit of the car and you can drive over the limit, but it's still controllable for the grip perspective. Well, that was me going wide then. That felt good though. Beautiful. Yeah, that's good. Let's try not to overdrive. Speed wheel, whatever this is called now. On the power, nice and early. Loads of grip on the outside, like that. Great grip, load up of the wheel,
0.28
of the steering.
We've got cold tyres, we need to get some heat into them.
Wrong gear then, I think. Fourth. I'm just exploring the limits. It's not the quickest, but that was really, really good fun. There we go.
Was at 206.
Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a quick replay of the last lap. It wasn't the quickest lap, but it was the most fun. So here we're about to start the lap. I left my inadvertently left the lights on the car. They're on as standard, which is a bit annoying, but it doesn't really matter. Hopefully it won't deter from the replay too much. I forgot to turn them off. It'll be full speed. I might do a little bit of slow-mo on some of the corners just to get the effects of the car, but it felt really good. It wants you to do another lap. It's really, really good. So here we go. Sounds good from the out car. Nice bit of overrun there with exhaust. 3 exhausts, which is unusual. The lights do look good, I have to say, even though I don't need them on. But you can see the car sits nice and flat on the corners. You know, the obvious graphical glitches here and there on the Assetto Corsa, but sounds good. Absolutely flat chat. Slight lock up there, which maybe go a bit wide. The sort of the outside, well, there the outside tyre runs a bit cold. It does run the curbs, but it encourages you to run faster and faster, and eventually you will step over the limit, and that's a good sign of a decent setup sim car. From baseline I'm talking about. I'm not talking about like out and out lap times, but how it feels, the physics, the feeling, where you can feel where the tyres are gripping and when they're not. Yeah, fantastic. Flat out, flat as well. Bit of late braking here, I think. Yeah, amazing that is. Really, really good. I was in the wrong gear then. I should have been in third. I sort of left it in fourth. And that was pretty good. Let's go back and have a quick look at that again. So just coming to the corner there. I turned in a little bit too much, but it was quite a good sort of feeling for the car. We went a bit over the curbs, a little bit, bounced around. A few sparks. A bit of dirt. It's bouncing on the animated suspension. Yeah, I mean that's pretty good. I like that. Into the final corner and across the line or up the hill. Aptly named Road America Straight. Quite inventive. And there we have it. So that there is my take on the Hypercar A480, based on the Alpine. by Renault. It's got the colours, it's got everything apart from the logos. Supplied by and developed by Sim Dream Development. I will leave a link in the description. It's entirely your shout what you do, like any of the information that I'm giving you. I like it. It goes well. It feels like it's part of the track. To me, it feels like how sim racing should be. There's many sim cars out there in other sims games, whatever you want to call them, and this one included, like Assetto Corsa, which feel terrible. And when things like this work, they work really well. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.